Hello everyone, welcome to Just the GearHead. Last episode I think I was talking about doing some seam sealer and the Pour 15 on the floor in the Ranchero in this video, but we're probably not going to do that. We might get the seam sealer part, we'll see, because I figured I should probably figure out mounting seats first, and I did go to Pick and Pull and find a couple of seats, and I'll show you those in a little bit. But first, we got a delivery. And it's a new starter solenoid. So I think we'll do this first, get it installed, and see if we can get the car to turn over on the key. On this year of car, this is the starter solenoid up here. It's not down on the starter like most modern cars. So it's really just a couple of bolts holding it to the inner fender, and then a couple of nuts holding on the ground and that. And these ones just slide on and off. So, and the new one, looks like it pretty much should be just a direct replacement. It looks like the bolt holes should line up and everything. So yeah, we'll just quickly knock this off, do it back up. We're just going to do one wire at a time, switch it back and forth, and yeah, bolt the new one to the firewall. So. Alright, so I did notice while I was doing that this wire right here is pretty frayed. So for now I'm just going to wrap that with tape. Hope that fixes it, or protects it enough. And then we'll see if it starts. If not, I might have to replace that wire down the road. Let's see. She'll turn over. Nope, not getting anything there. Still. We'll have to start chasing some gremlins, I guess. That sucks. Not good. What I did was took these two wires, added on a little bit of them because they were both a little frayed and had those funny little connectors. So I've removed those connectors, put on ring connectors so they actually connect properly. But that wasn't the problem. So I checked all the fuses. Wasn't the fuses. There was one burnt out, but when replacing it didn't seem to do anything. So then I figured I'd take a look at something else. So after messing around with my voltmeter and the wiring stuff, I found out it was this. The neutral switch. It's toast. So even when you force it into the connected position up here, it's not engaging. So I just bypassed it. Wired the wires together, and now when we turn the key, she turns over. Now we just got to fix the fueling problem. Alright, so little success. We got the turnover from the key by bypassing the neutral safety switch, I think is what it's called. We're going to just leave that because I'm pretty sure I flooded it. And I'm thinking, like I don't know a ton about Edelbrock carbs. So I'm going to have to probably look up some information. And also I do have the gasket rebuild kit coming. And yeah, I'm not sure when that's going to show up. It was supposed to show up yesterday. So, but with everything going on, yeah, it's probably going to be a little while. But anyway, so now I think we'll move on to trying to figure out the seat brackets. So then I can eventually do the seam seal and whatnot on the floor. Okay, so I'll show you the seats. Here's the two different seats. This one over here, on the right, was the one that came with the car that I didn't really care for because of the way the head part comes up, the headrest part. This one I found at Pick and Pull the other day. It's actually out of a Saturn, I believe. If you notice, the headrest is removable. To remove them, you have to push this little part in and pull it all the way up, and then right, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little hole right there and right there. You take a screwdriver, jab it in there, and then pull up on the headrest, and it should just pop right out. And I'll take you over the car to show you the difference. I don't know if you can really see with the light, but okay, there we go. See how the headrest comes up over top of that window line? This one, without the headrest, doesn't come up to it. And once I've put it in place, it'll be just below that window line. So then when you look at the car from behind, you can see that headrest is up. And I don't really like the way that looks. I think it's a much cleaner look having it below. Yes, I know headrests are there for a reason and whatnot. This car originally had a bench seat without headrests, so you know what, I think that look, keeping it level like that on a classic car, is a little better, because if you look at the parts car for the Buick, it's the same way. Pretty much level with the window line. So I think on older cars it kind of suits it better. And I can always carry the headrests in the cubby hole for road trips if we want. Like I said, it's pretty easy to get these headrests off, at least on this model. You push that little button there, pull it all the way up as you can, take a small screwdriver or a wire, jab it in there, and out it comes. So now we have low back buckets that are modern, got some bolster to them and stuff, and well, they're actually fairly comfortable. I've been sitting in them a couple of times in the car, and it's actually pretty comfortable. Just getting it lined up on where I want to put the mounts for it that we're going to have to build. Alright, so like I said, here it is in the car. This is the driver's side one, of course. So I've just been using some wood to kind of space it up to where I want and figure out where the bolt holes are going to be, where the mounting place is going to be. So I'm going to have to build a brace there. And then up front here, the little issue is these don't actually have a bolt hole to go through. So I'm going to have to cut this level probably and then weld in a piece, which I think I'll have to scavenge off the other seats. That side, as you can see, is sitting on a 2x4. That one, we're probably going to have to add a little to make that one work. Might have to do something similar to the back for there. We're going to use this square tube that's already got, it's like been drilled or whatever. It's a bolt on one. So what I'm going to do is cut it to the length I need for the back one. Bring a bolt up through the hole that lines up with the hole on the bracket for the seat. Weld that in place, and then weld this whole bar to the floor. And that'll go across the back, and depending on how high, what the difference is, because the 2x4 I think lifts it up too high, so I think this might be a little too tall, so I might have to cut it down a little bit for that one front mount, and we'll see how that goes. Depends on how I mount that, the bolt, the eyelet I guess, for the bolt on the seat. There's my boogery tack welds. Should hold fine though. It's just a bracket, so make sure it still fits. Okay. Now we just have to make a second one of those. Well, and then there's two, and with still kind of boogery looking welds. So yeah, we got two of those. So now, just a little bit. Okay, so one of these we're going to cut flush and put in an eyelet for a bolt. The other one we're going to have to build up, but first I'll do the flush one. That way I can figure out how tall this one needs to be. Alright, so yes, I go double check which one's which. I cut these off the other seat. I gave this one a little extra in case I need to build it up. This one, I'm thinking I'll just weld. Oh, actually it fits almost perfectly. Just weld right in there. Cool. Just clean that up a little. So there's that one made. So when this slides all the way forward, I can put a bolt in it. There's the second one. All welded up. So we're going to see if they fit in the car. Alright, so there's the bracket, the seat bolted to it. It's been welded in the floor on each end. It's a little bit of a gap in the middle, so I don't know if I'll have to put anything in there or not. Debating that. It's plenty strong at the moment, but when I have this in the front, there's a bolt in that hole. I'm going to get different bolts for this, because this one, you can't really get to the hole, so I might have to modify this a little bit. If I trim the bottom side of the track, I can probably get a bolt into this one. But yeah, and yeah, these bolts I was using to weld in are just carriage bolts, are not really the right type for this, but they definitely work. So now I just got to do the driver's side. That's both of the back braces in place. I also welded in some washers around the holes I drilled for the front of the mount. Give it a little extra strength. Hopefully you can see that there. Alright, so now we're just going to hit these with some trim clad black, because that's what I have kicking around the garage. Normally I wouldn't use the cardboard trick, but these seats are going to get cleaned and re-dyed anyways, so for now it's not a big deal. And I missed a spot. All right, so that'll be it for this episode of Just the Gearhead. The mounts are welded into the car. The brackets have paint on them. It's drying, so that should be all good. The next episode will probably be the one where I do the seam seal and the Pour 15 rust preventive paint stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want merchandise, please check out my Redbubble page. There's shirts, coffee cups, stickers, posters, all types of stuff. And yeah, for anyone who has already commented, likes, or subscribed, or bought merchandise, I thank you very much. It really is appreciated. So I'll see you next time.